Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Omega Vision Studios creation. Today I have a MOC on Umbara, which is a planet that is allied with the Separatists during the Clone Wars. It is seen in Season 4 of the Clone Wars for 4 episodes. And all of the people who have seen those episodes, or at least a few of them, know that it's quite an iconic chapter of the Clone Wars. So I thought I would build some of it. Now, this MOC is, the outside here is based off of those episodes. The inside of the base is actually changed to just my own kind of creation. But I'm really happy about this base. It turned out really well. I've been working on it for the last 2 weeks. It's about 2 weeks, but I was really gone for about a half a week during that 2 weeks time of building. I'm sorry that I didn't get a MOC in last Saturday, but I had to leave suddenly, so I was gone and wasn't able to get the MOC up. That was going to be this MOC actually, but then I got back home and got right back to working, and now we have my Umbara MOC. So I will start out here. By the way, this is a prison on Umbara, if I didn't say that. I'll come out a little bit and you can see the outside of Umbara. See if we can, there, you can see the 212 troopers, otherwise they kind of blend in there. And there's 501st. If you don't know the story, General Pong Krell is like a traitor to the Republic, and he sent the clones against each other. You should really go watch those episodes if you haven't, to just find out what I mean by that. So he sent both the clones against each other, and they don't realize that they're actually fighting clones. They think they're fighting the enemy in clone armor. So each side thinks they're fighting the enemy, but in reality they're only fighting themselves. So it's a dark planet, everything is black, and some of the plants have little red tips. So you've got these plants, one here and one there, that are kind of there, and it's not a flat surface, so I did add stuff like this, kind of comes up, and like that, and then you've got these little red pieces everywhere on here, just to give it that Umbara feel. So 501st Troopers hiding back here, shooting at them. 212 is coming in at the base. We had 212 troopers. Commander Cody wasn't actually in this scene, but I put him there. And you got this pathway that actually winds all the way up to the gate, or the door, which I'll show you in a minute. 5's on the path with Captain Rex. Hard case. His machine gun. Oh, chain gun, sorry. Another 501st Trooper using the plants as cover. So yeah, it turned out really well. I was really proud of this outside area. My lighting's not the best, but yeah. And so here's the outer wall of the base. It's got a kind of small narrow door. I'll use 5s to show you the sizing here. It's about 1 brick higher than a minifigure, and it's kind of blue tinted, if you can see that, because I do have these, and I'll show you real quick, these pieces on the other side of it. Since it is a prison, they're going to have all kinds of security, and so that's one of the security things. It's shielded. The front gate is shielded, and so you would bring your prisoners in. I can move this all the way up, but then you see it above there, so I usually leave it down. And in here, the first things you'll see is giant window. Umbara is also known for the inside of their bases have a lot of blue tint and stuff, so in all of this clear, since it is a Republic base, I wanted to add some blue, so I put these like blue pieces which add to the effect as though there's like stripes in the window panels. But you got this giant window here, and I'll show you what that is in a second. But I want to turn it around so that you can see there's this kind of smaller window. You can kind of see into the room. Right now there's nobody in the room, but we'll go in there in a sec. There's a clone trooper. He's kind of coming to the aid of some other clones, maybe going outside. But I did add an awesome feature here. This door completely folds up, and you can go into the room. It's a really small room, but if you see like Republic prisons in season 4, season 5, the end of season 5, there's a bunch of Republic prison scenes, and so I kind of got the idea for this there. You see Commander Fox and stuff in this kind of a room. There's a bunch of computers, and it's right there by the entrance to the prison, so that when you bring a new prisoner in, they stop at the window here and get checked into the database and usually hand over their weapons, but I didn't add a place to hold prisoners' weapons and stuff here. There are computer monitors up on the wall, down on the ground in 3 different areas. So yeah, this one actually you can read, it says shield. It controls the shield for the front gate. So yeah, they're all the same computer panel. Even though this one's black, it's still the same one. And so I didn't add anything extra. But anyways, we'll move on. I'll start here. This is the prisoner's mess hall. 2 guards. I used episode 2 clones for guards. They've got their light, like electro staffs and rifles. There's the controls for the room. I'm going, it's tables set up in this kind of U shape, sort of. And oh, there isn't like a bar table or anything. There's this I'll actually take it out. It's like a mechanical, it's not a pop machine, it's a food machine. They would come up and enter in whatever code or their prisoner number, I guess, because it would change with how good a prisoner is, how good their food is. And so then they would like get their food from here. Sorry about that, excuse me. And so yeah, it's a pretty simple piece, but it just fits right here in the corner, like so. Then on each end of the tables, I used that blueness that I was telling you about. Here are 2 prisoners. We got Paul the Lesser, you'll recognize him, and he is one of the Talls from another Clone Wars episode, but I decided I could make him a bad guy, like a bounty hunter maybe, and he was placed in prison here. But yeah, that's our mess hall. And on to, I had this big open space. Let me flip this space around so it's easier to see. I had this huge open space right here, so I wanted to build something on it, and I didn't know what. So I added this little platform. It's kind of raised a little bit above the ground, and it's got these sloped bricks around it a little bit, which also add a lot of, actually adds a lot to it and makes it pretty cool with the slight wall in some places. So you got stairs over here, a little bit of detail with these pieces here, and on top we've got our hologram table and a bunch of crates and stuff. We got a 501st pilot moving some crates around, and that's kind of it for that. Now to the awesome part. We got 2 more prison guards. Commander of the prison guards, sergeant, I guess. I couldn't find a green helmet, but So that's the wrong helmet for him, but anyways. And now I gotta flip this base over again. Oops, so that you can see this part of it better. Okay, here is our prison cells. I only have 3. Sorry, couldn't make more. Well, I had enough of these blue pieces to make more, but I couldn't find enough of these slopes to make more. And if you were kind of confused, it's not standing straight up. It is, in fact, sloped with these slope bricks. I couldn't find enough of this color to go all the way across, so with like these little pieces, so I ended up using these, but then I could only find enough for those 2, so I couldn't finish this end, but it really doesn't look that bad. But anyways, so here's, you can kind of get that slanted feel when I turn it like this. These are meant to be shield generated doors to the cells, so you know, there's one cell. I'll go into detail in there in a sec. There's another cell, another cell. He's coming to get some prisoners from this cell so that to bring him to the mess hall. And look inside the cells. We got an Umbaran, and that is another Umbaran right there, in a different like outfit. And I did use Ventress's head because that was the closest I could come up with for an Umbaran. So yeah, that is an Umbaran. In here, oh, and by the way, these are beds slash benches. He's sitting on his. But in here we've got Cad Bane without all of his gear because, you know, they took that away. And the pirate guy that comes in his spear. Don't remember. I knew his name at one point, but I don't remember it. They're kind of talking. Put the bounty hunters in the same cage. And now in solitary confinement, there is no bed in here. New Gunray. I do have the Clone Wars version, but I prefer this Episode 3 version better. So yeah, those are the prison cells. I hope you really like those because I just loved those. And that is the base. There's really nothing else to talk about. It's more simple than I thought it was going to be. I was hoping for a lot more stuff, but I just couldn't like think of anything else to do because it seemed pretty good. I don't do prisons that often, but when I do, it turned out pretty good, actually, I think. I was really happy also. I was having some trouble over here finding all of the right colored pieces for these walls and stuff. As you can see, I used this gray stripe here, which doesn't look so good. And this was all light gray, especially since on the front here I used all of this dark gray and light gray. I don't have all that much. Usually, the front of the base is the only part I ever have solid colors. Otherwise, the rest is usually white on the inside, and I hate that. Actually, I want it to be these kind of colors. So I was really happy when I found enough pieces to make it like this, and it just turned out actually above my expectations, so I was really happy with that. I hope you all enjoyed it, and please like or subscribe down below. Please subscribe, and thank you for watching. This was Cole with Omega Vision Studios. Goodbye.